everyone, I'm Mary Stanley. I am your English 300 teacher, and I'm just going to talk to you all a little bit about the class and how to be successful in it. Um, First, I will tell you a little about myself. I am working out of Owensboro, Kentucky, and I work as a full-time writing tutor and tutor coordinator at Owensboro Community and Technical College during the day, and then I teach online for Western Kentucky University. I am a Western Kentucky University alum, and I got my Bachelor of Arts in English there, and then I earned my Master of Fine Arts in Writing at Spalding University, and now I am about to finish up another Master of Arts in Teaching at Western Kentucky University. So while you all are students at Western, so am I. If you need to contact me, you can reach me at my day job. I will always answer the phone there from 8 to 4:30. So if you have any questions during the day and you feel like you would be better off to talk on the phone than to try to explain in an email, I'm happy to take calls there. A student worker may answer or my coworker may answer, but they will take a message and get it to me immediately, and so I can call you back. You can also contact me if you have an iDevice. You can use iMessage, and I provided the contact information for that in the instructor info, which is on the left side over here. So you do not have to contact me that way. You are welcome to, but it is not required. Feel free also to contact me, by email. That's the certain way to get in contact with me. But I'm happy to accept any of the other methods of communication as well. So there's my information for how to contact me. You're going to start the semester in the Getting Started tab on Blackboard. So I'm just going to go through the different areas just so that you have a good handle on where everything is in the class. So Getting Started is where you're going to begin your work, and there will be a new welcome video, which you all are probably watching now. Uploaded there, but if things look a little bit different, it's because I'm recording this video with some of the stuff that I haven't changed yet, so you'll see that in the background. But anyway, so you'll just want to make sure you get started in the Getting Started folder, and then there's the success tips for the class. You can read that just for some tips for you to be successful in this course. And a couple of those things would include making sure that you don't wait until the last minute to do homework. Almost all of the work will be due on Sundays. There will be some weeks where things are due on days other than Sundays, but for the most part, Sunday just before midnight is when most of the coursework is due. But it is not a good idea to wait till Friday to start your coursework. Make sure that you are aware at the beginning of the week what is going to be due that week, so that you can plug away at it a little bit at a time instead of trying to do it all in the weekend. This class does not lend itself to that kind of work schedule very well. So just make sure that you're aware at the beginning of the week so you can plan time to do everything before that Sunday deadline. But again, there are times during the semester where work will be due on days other than Sunday, so just please be sure that you're keeping up with the due dates. The course policy section lists basically the guidelines for interacting in the class. So there are there's information on the peer review there, what's expected of you in a peer review with your classmates, and then there's information on the plagiarism policy. Of course, plagiarism is not allowed, but it talks about what plagiarism is and what the university requires that we do about it. So you need to read that so you'll be aware of that. There's a grading rubric that the English department at Western Kentucky University provides for us, and so the grading rubric talks about that. Then there's the email policy, just how to generally work via email, and advice for discussion board assignments. So be sure that you're aware of all of those. The unit schedule is the part of the class that you will probably spend the most time. That's where all of the course content is located, with the exception of the assignments that will come from Writer's Help, our online textbook. So you'll see that the class is divided into 5 units, and each unit has a couple of parts, anywhere from 2 to 4 parts, I would say. So you'll notice that each folder within a unit has the due date listed on it. So everything for the very first unit, the very first part, is due on August 31st. And that's also August 30th. And August 31st is the last day to add or drop the class. So you would click on that folder and then you would see this is the list of items that you have to complete by August 30th to complete Unit 1, Part 1. So I have linked to everything here. So if it's not in this folder or linked in this folder, it's not due on August 30th. So you can follow that unit schedule for everything in the class. So those are the things that are expected of you. I will go ahead and tell you on this Unit 1, Part 1, a lot of students ask what about the Writer's Help Diagnostic Test, which one they should take. I have tagged in Writer's Help the test that you're supposed to take, so you should have like some assigned tabs in Writer's Help, and you will just pick the ones that I have assigned for our class. And then you will do that, and that will reveal to you things that you might need to work on with your writing. So that's the point of taking that test. And then you have the first essay to write and read about in this section as well. So the unit schedule is how you will navigate through the course activities and the course material. And so that will be very important to you. Discussions and writing assignments, quizzes, and surveys are all linked within the unit schedule. So if there is a writing assignment due, yes, it's located in the writing assignments tab, but it's also located within the unit schedule. So you won't have to access anything in writing assignments or quizzes and surveys that isn't already linked in the folder in the unit schedule. If you skip down to exemplars of assignments, this is one of your strongest resources for the class. I would like for you all to be able to see what the ideal, or at least an ideal, performance on a writing assignment looks like before you are required to turn it in. So these are samples of work. And so each time we have a writing assignment, at least the more important ones are the ones that are costing you the most points in the class. Those have exemplary assignments here. So there's a link to sample summaries. Summaries are some of the first things that you'll write in the class, just academic summaries. There's a link to that. So you could click here. It's going to tell you what one looks like. It's going to give you some good examples of them. So there's a couple of them here for you to look at as well. There's a sample proposal and annotated bibliography. So this is, at least these next three examples are examples of student work. So these have gotten A's in my class in the past. So the student really did everything they were supposed to do on this assignment. And so I've provided this here for you to look at and see what an exemplary assignment of this type should look like. So that way, when you're reading the essay prompts and you're not really sure what to do, you can go to the exemplars of assignments and see what a student who got an A did in the past, and that will help you know at least what yours should align with. So those are the exemplars. The other area that's of particular importance is the Writer's Help text link. So this will take you to our online e-text. So you have this textbook, which is Writing and Reading Across the Curriculum, and this is the 13th edition, and then you have this Writer's Help e-text. And so I'm going to go ahead and open it so you can see. This is where, when you link to that, once you set up your account, you'll be able to log in, and then that would allow you to access the stuff that I've assigned for you in Writer's Help. So you just want to make sure that you follow the instructions for accessing Writer's Help. It costs about $20 to access your account on this website. So once you do that and create your username and password, you'll be able to get in and see everything that we've set up for our class. There are some assignments in Writer's Help throughout the semester. I believe maybe there are 5 to 6 quizzes from that area, and then I will refer to it as well. Like, for example, if you're turning in papers and I'm noticing the same grammar errors that you're making over and over again, then I will probably refer you back to Writer's Help, so you could go in there, do a couple of examples, read a little bit about how to correct those errors, and then those won't be points that you miss on the next essay. So we will use it as a reference. It also has information on the documentation style, so MLA, APA, whatever you choose to use this semester, whatever aligns with your discipline, then this has information for that as well. It shows you how to use it, has sample papers written in that style, etc. So it's a good resource, and that's what we'll be using. And then also I want to point out the WKU library section. We will spend much of the semester, especially in the beginning, conducting research. So you will be becoming familiar with the WKU libraries page, where you can find your sources, because all of the sources that you use will have to be scholarly academic sources. Also, if you're finding that you cannot locate something on the topic that you're researching, the WKU libraries page has a chat feature, so you can click on it and chat with the reference staff, and they can help you find sources. I've actually used this before. It was a great service, and I was able to find sources that I wasn't able to find on my own. So it's a really good, and if you're not able to be on campus physically at the library, then this can really help you if you're working from home. Also, there is the Writing Center. I have a link to their page on our page, but this will tell you a little about what the Writing Center is. It's the tutoring center for writing at Western Kentucky University. They offer multiple ways to access their resources. They will help you start a paper. They will help you strengthen a paper. They might help you with research and incorporating sources. So they are a very good resource that if you're having trouble, or you feel like writing is not your strongest subject, then this may be a good resource to start out with in the semester, especially when you're choosing your topic for the remaining essays in the class, because we'll do some summaries at the beginning, and then you will, and I'll pick the articles that you do the summaries over, but then you will start doing your own research for the final 3 papers. And if you're having trouble picking a topic, it really might be good to brainstorm some ideas with the Writing Center, because and they can help you all throughout all 3 essays. So it would be a good idea to get in touch with them if you feel like that's a resource you can benefit from. And I may refer students to them as well, just because they are such a good resource, and they can really help you strengthen your work. So we also have a virtual office in Blackboard. So we can use that if ever, for example, if we're going through the class and we realize that several of you had the same questions, or several of you would benefit from me talking to you in a group setting about whatever the questions are, then we can use the virtual office or the virtual classroom to do that. So it's a resource we have. And if you need to talk to me about the class, I'm happy to connect with you in whatever way is best for you. So again, if that's sending me an email, fine. If it's calling me, that's fine. If it is sending me an iMessage, that's also fine. If it's in the virtual classroom, we can do that too. So if you just give me enough notice, then we can work out a way to discuss your concerns and questions. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I did want to tell you, this is the 13th edition. I mentioned that a few minutes ago. This is the 13th edition of Writing and Reading Across the Curriculum. And if you have bought the 12th edition, that's fine. We can work with that. We may have to change a few page numbers or change a few articles here and there. So if you have the 12th edition and you realize you can't find whatever assigned reading I have given you, then just contact me. We'll work out what you can read in its place. But I think that's pretty much it. Hope your semesters are off to a good start. I'm excited to work with all of you. Please contact me if you have any questions, and enjoy the class. Thank you.